had always wished that I can feature places in the countryside or rural areas. There, I could share beautiful sceneries of the Philippines, natural landscape, the mountains, the lakes, our waterfalls and others. However, my hands are tied. I cannot get out from the city since my 8 hours a day job is in the heart of the city as well. Today, I will just share with you why the Chinese merchants were part in our own history. I tried researching further about it. One source I rely often is from Wikipedia. Binondo, or in Chinese, Pinyan, is a district in Manila and is referred to as the city's Chinatown. Its influence extends beyond to the places of Quiapo, Santa Cruz, San Nicolas, and Tondo. It is the oldest Chinatown in the world, established in 1594 by the Spaniards as a settlement near Intramuros but across the Pasig River for Catholic Chinese. It was positioned so that colonial rulers could keep a close eye on their migrant subjects. It was already a hub of Chinese commerce even before the Spanish colonial period. Binondo is the center of commerce and the trade of Manila, where all types of business run by Filipino Chinese thrive. Founded in 1594. Binondo was created by Spanish Governor Luis Pires Dasmariñas as a permanent settlement for Chinese immigrants. The Spanish called the Chinese Sanglays, who converted to Catholicism. It was across the river from the walled city of Intramuros, where the Spaniards resided. Originally, it was intended to replace the Parian near Intramuros, where the Chinese were first confined. The Spanish gave a land grant for Binondo to a group of Chinese merchants and artisans in perpetuity, tax-free, and with limited self-governing privileges. The Spanish Dominican Fathers made Binondo their parish and succeeded in converting many of their residents to Catholicism. Binondo soon became the place where Chinese immigrants converted to Catholicism, intermarried with indigenous Filipino women, and had children who became the Chinese Mestizo community. Over the years, the Chinese Mestizo population of Binondo grew rapidly. This was caused mainly because the lack of Chinese immigrant females and the Spanish officials' policy of expelling or killing in conflicts Chinese immigrants who refused to convert. In 1603, a Chinese revolt took place led by Juan Suntay, a wealthy Catholic Chinese. It was put down by joint Spanish and Filipino forces led by Luis Pires Dasmariñas. In the aftermath, most of the 20,000 Chinese that composed the colony were killed. The revolt took place right after a visit to Manila by 3 official Chinese representatives who disclosed they were searching for a mountain of gold. This strange claim prompted the Spanish to conclude that there was an imminent invasion from China in the making. At the time, the local Chinese outnumbered the Spaniards by 20-1. Spanish authorities feared that they would join the invading forces. The Chinese afterward played down those events in an attempt to preserve their commercial interest. In 1605, a Fukien official issued a letter claiming that the Chinese who had participated in the revolt were unworthy of China's protection, describing them as deserters of the tombs of their ancestors. During the brief British occupation of Manila between 1762 and 1764, Binondo was damaged during the capture of the city. The new governor of Manila, Dawson Drake, formed a war council which he termed the Chatri Court. Drake imprisoned several Manilans on charges known to himself. According to Captain Thomas Backhouse, who denounced Drake's court as a sham, Binondo became the main center for business and finance in Manila for the ethnic Chinese, Chinese mestizos, and Spanish Filipinos. During the Spanish colonial period, many esteros or canals were constructed in the Binondo area from where they entered the Pasig River. Among the many who married at the historic Binondo Church was Andres Bonifacio in 1895, who became a hero of the Philippine Revolution. Before World War II, Binondo was the center of a banking and financial community which included insurance companies, commercial banks, and other financial institutions from Britain and United States. These banks were located mostly along Escolta, which used to be called the Wall Street of the Philippines. After the war and new development, most businesses began to relocate to the newer area of Makati. During the financial crisis of the early 1980s, it had the moniker Binondo Central Bank as the local Chinese businessmen engaged in massive black market trading of US dollars, which often determined the national peso-dollar exchange rate. Given its rich historical and financial significance, Binondo is said to have one of the highest land values nationwide. I am taking pride to invite you guys where the business life of Filipinos had started. It begins here in Chinatown, Binondo, Metro Manila. Let us visit the remnants of our past with the ancestral place of our Filipino-Chinese merchants who started it all.